Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by GTN, featuring interviews and events happening around town. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or SoundCloud so you can keep up with what's going on in Greensboro City government. I'm your host, Josh Johnson, and with me today is Greensboro's biggest cheerleader,
Whoop, whoop.
Rosemary Blyben.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're listening. It doesn't matter. Good night, middle of the night.
Possibly.
Hey, so, Josh, what do you think of when I say triathlon?
Running, swimming, biking, tired, exhausted, beyond my grasp.
Yeah. So a lot of people think the Ironman, right?
Yeah,
they do think
Ironman.
the swimming, the running, the biking, the quick changing of clothes and dropping your bike and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that's it's a little intimidating. A lot of people, including myself,
Pretty amazing, actually.
You feel tired just thinking about it, just thinking about watching it. Well, get ready to hear a whole lot more about triathlon in Greensboro, because Greensboro College just announced women's triathlon is the newest varsity sport. Karen Buxton is the head coach of the inaugural team. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks
for
for having
being
me.
here. So, Karen, how did you start in the triathlon world?
Well, I've been in the business of triathlon for a long time. I first participated when my daughter was about 9 months old. I thought, that's a great way to get back into shape.
Yeah.
And as a high school and college athlete, I always would swim, bike, and run to get in shape for my team sports. So it was kind of a natural transition, and it's when the Hawaii Ironman was big and triathlon was just kind of getting in, kind of dates how old I am, was just kind of getting into the fray. So I did a triathlon, really liked it, did a couple more and became more competitive, got involved in the coaching side of it and turned my passion into a business and went into the coaching business, and now here I am at the collegiate level. So it's been a long span.
Yeah, 160 triathlons, right? And how many Ironman competitions?
14 Ironmans with 2 Hawaii Ironmans.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. You're not kidding around, are you?
Are you feeling intimidated yet, Josh? Just a little bit.
That's impressive.
It's fun. When I started and Ironman was big, and I thought, there's no way I'd ever do it. Those people are crazy. But you do one distance and then you build up to the next. And I did a half Ironman and thought, I think I can do this.
You
And
get
that's
hooked.
when I hired my first coach, and that kind of molded my way into the coaching business.
I was going to ask you, like, the first time you did it, did you come out of it and like, oh man, I had no idea this was going to be so much, or were you like, okay, I can handle it?
Yeah, and that's one of the really interesting things about triathlons. Your goals constantly change, and when I finished that one, I went, I think I can do this a little bit better next time, and then signed up for another and another and
Awesome.
another.
It's fun.
That's great.
It definitely. So tell us the difference between an Ironman, a sprint, collegiate triathlons. I mean, how do those all fit together?
So I think most people are familiar with the iron distance because the Hawaii Ironman's on television. And that is a 112-mile bike, a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike, and then a marathon, 26.2 miles.
Woo!
So that's
Pick your jaw up.
So it's
Pick your jaw up,
aptly
Josh.
named.
It's a long
It
day,
is.
a very long day. And, the pros do it in 7 hours and change, and age groupers have up to 16 hours to do it. So
Wow.
it's a very long day.
Okay, but the collegiate level is much different.
Collegiate level's not much different. Then they go to a half Ironman, half of the distance of the full Ironman. Then they go to Olympic distance, all international, and that's what our Olympic athletes do.
Okay.
Age group and Olympics. So age group is non-drafting. So an Olympic distance is a 1.5K swim, 40K bike, 10K run. And in the Olympics, at the elite level, they do draft legal, which they also do in collegiate. So the next step down is a sprint, and that's anywhere from a 500-meter swim to a 10 to 12-mile bike to a 5K run. And then collegiate, the standard distance for collegiate is 750-meter swim, 20K bike, 5K run.
Okay.
And that takes about how long? What do you a range, I guess?
The range, an hour and change to an hour and 40 minutes, depending upon the terrain. Every race course is different.
Yeah.
Which makes it fun.
Which makes it really fun.
Yeah.
Always a new challenge.
So how many other colleges have women's triathlon as a varsity sport?
Greensboro College makes the 38th program in the nation.
Okay.
Really exciting. The second in this general area.
Okay.
Guilford College also has a program. And the 6th, I believe, in North Carolina.
Wow.
And the NCAA requires 40 participating institutions before they'll look at women's triathlon for a championship sport. So we're really close. So that's very exciting
It's
too.
history
Absolutely.
making. I mean,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
I mean, athletes and students have a chance to be part of something. I mean, part of something really big.
Really big, not
Yeah.
only for the college, but for the Greensboro area, and then triathlon nationwide. It's really,
Yeah.
really exciting to be the founding teams in that movement.
Yeah.
So why Greensboro College for you now?
Well, it's good timing for me. We're longtime residents of North Carolina. I've worked at Greensboro Day School, established their field hockey program there. I have a lot of local clients that I work with. My husband's retired, and this opportunity just almost fell in my lap. Kim Strabel contacted me, and the more I talked to him and visited the college, the more I thought this would be a perfect fit. The college is a great community, really good feeling when you walk on campus, and to be part of that excitement and helping them build a program and help their enrollment, and it was perfect timing for me, and I'm really excited to be part. And it's a great time in my career. I started coaching at the collegiate level when I first graduated from school, then went off to work with youth in high school, and now my coaching business. So to come full circle and end up back at a college is great. Both of my kids went to D3 schools.
Okay.
Students have a real opportunity to be student athletes and develop as a whole rounded person. And, the kids aren't going to go off and be professional triathletes, but I think the lessons they can learn from being part of a team, it's an individual sport, but it's also a team sport,
Right.
that they can carry that into their lives is really exciting for me.
That's great. So when is the season? And for people who are interested in maybe getting into this, how would they get started?
So the collegiate season runs in the fall, so it's September through November.
Okay.
There's a minimum of 4 events that we do, one of them being a regional qualifier. Max you can do is 6, and then there's the national championship. Past couple of years it's been out in Tempe, Arizona, and that's in November.
Okay.
So we're actively recruiting right now. That's going to be the hardest part for me. Again, I love a challenge, and it'll be challenging, but I think with all the press we've been getting, it's really exciting. People are familiar with the program now, and I need to find out if we have any budding triathletes on campus.
Yeah.
That's my first step.
I
and then
bet you do.
I know
I think
you do.
so.
Yeah. So who is the ideal student athlete, triathlete? I guess.
Well, it would be great if they'd done a triathlon before, but that's not necessary. Ideally, they'd have some single sport background, specifically swimming, running next, cycling is a plus. The majority of the collegiate athletes now come from single sport backgrounds, so cross-country runners. You have swimmers that have been involved in competitive swimming their whole life. By the time they get to college, they might say, I really don't want to be part of a team. Or perhaps they're just shy of making that cut to be on a team, but they would be perfect candidates to be on a triathlon team. Plus, it's cross-training. You're swimming, you're biking, you're running, you're lifting weights, you're working on your flexibility. So it's certainly not boring. And
Yeah.
you're not just staring at a line all day or all practice at the pool.
Yeah.
You're inside, you're outside. So
Right.
there's a lot of pluses
lot of
for
variety.
single sport athletes to carry on their expertise in one aspect and learn a new sport.
And just be part of something. I mean, it just to be part of this new new emerging sport. I mean, as far as nationally, and also here at Greensboro College.
It's a wonderful opportunity, and I think that the college is behind it full steam, and I'm really excited that the support we're getting from President Zarda and Kim Strabel and the entire athletic department. So there's a lot of good things to come.
Well, they're excited to have you, I know, and lucky to have you. So thanks for spending a little time with us.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me here.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
All right, go Pride.
There you go. Stay tuned in weekly by subscribing to Talk City Greensboro on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. And don't forget, you can download Talk City from SoundCloud.
That's it for this week. Thank you for tuning into Talk City. Be sure to watch GTN, your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro. GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13
AT&T UVerse Channel 99.
and North State Channel 31.
GTN also streams live on Roku and the city's website. at
Greensboro-NC.gov. I'll get it right one of these days.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.